does. He's been coaching for 8 years, is what he told me, and I really think that that is true leadership. And I wanted to point that out, that not a lot of people in this world are out there trying to help our kids. We've heard it a lot today from Kyle, from Bronco, from everyone up here, that they're, struggling as children to find that person that's going to help them, that's going to make them better, that's going to be a leader, that's going to be a role model for them, right? So, big round of applause real quick for Devin for doing what he does with the youth. I'm not as good of a public speaker as these guys, obviously. I had to bring some notes, right? But one thing I did want to mention here today, too, is that I was doing some research about where we were going to be today here about Oaks, and I was pretty excited to be here as it's August of the year 2022, and if I'm correct, Pastor Boone, you guys have been here for 10 years now.
6 years here, but 10 years open.
10 years open.
Hey,
6 years here,
give them a
10 years open. I really like their mission statement. I think that everybody here has been an embodiment of what that is, and it's a hand up, it's not a handout, right? And their mission, I wanted to read this, is to restore, rebuild, repurpose. Rebuild our community, restore families, repurpose individuals. Oaks Village serves as a one-stop shop for physical, spiritual, emotional needs to be met for individuals and for families. I think that's an incredible mission. I think that embodies everything about what we're talking about here today. Leadership and inspiration. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about leadership, but I did want to say real quick, when it comes to inspiration, I'm not going to leave that part out. They're right over here, right? My wife, Rachel, my parents, they showed up today. I didn't even know they were going to show up until my mom accidentally told me about a day or two ago. And so I really appreciated that too during Bronco's speech when, his mom was the first one to give him a shout out, right? So I wanted to tell you all a story about myself and a little bit about what led me to being in Toastmasters. So, we at Lazy Boy, we were doing this meeting called Keys to Success. And in Keys to Success, what it was we would get all of our leadership team for the contact center, and we would stand in front of a group of people. We'd bring in our new hires, they'd all be sitting there, much like everybody's sitting here today. And all of our leaders, our leadership team would be standing up against the wall. We'd go one at a time. Here you go, all right, yep. My name is Jason, and I have a couple of kids. Got, I guess, some guinea pigs, a dog. I don't know, what do you want from me? So I'd be rambling, I'd be stuttering, I'd be sweating in front of everybody. It was terrible, just absolutely terrible. So I figured I have to do something about this. I can't try and represent myself as a leader in this organization here at Lazy Boy to, quite honestly, a bunch of kids just fresh out of high school showing up to answer the phones at Lazy Boy and say, "Hi, yeah, I'm sorry that your recliner broke." So I'm standing there, sweating, fumbling my way through one of these awful meetings that we have to do what seems like every 3 months. And I said, all right, no more. I gotta do something, I gotta change. It's like Kyle said, I didn't almost die, I just had to sweat and be nerdy in front of a bunch of people for my moment. So I talked to my boss, Jay, and I said, hey, I can't keep doing this. I got to figure this out. What can I do to get better at public speaking? I did what Kyle does. I Googled it, right? What do you do? How do you get better at public speaking? How do you get better at standing in front of a crowd of people and talking? Most people would rather jump into a tank full of hungry sharks than do what I'm doing right now. Stand in front of a group of people and talk. And I'm still there. I still feel terrified every time I have to speak in front of my group at Lazy Boy, every time I have to speak in front of my group at Monroe Toastmasters, but I'm getting better at it. I didn't know what Toastmasters was. I had to Google it. And when I found out that they meet on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock at the American Red Cross, I was scared. I didn't want to go there. So I got my friend Dan. I said, let's go see what it is. Let's go see what's happening there. As it turns out, it was not a tank full of hungry sharks. It was a group of older gentlemen and ladies that had been there for about 50 years serving this community and trying to help people get better at presenting themselves in front of groups, at being better leaders, being better public speakers. So I wanted to ask everybody a quick question because it's been on my mind lately. If you guys think about leaders, about what a leader is, are there any qualities that come to mind? Isaiah, go ahead. What's a leader?
Cam, what do you think?
Give me one quality for leadership.
They're good at like talking to other people. Like they can lead people.
Good at talking to other people. Kyle,
Willing to serve.
willing to serve.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Walk the talk.
Walk the talk. Being nice. That's great. Good job. Yeah. Leaders, you should have a nice leader, right? You should. So I asked all the most important people in my life the same question. What do you think are 3 qualities that define leadership? What are 3 good things? And I was honestly shocked by some of the responses that I got. When I asked my friend Dan, he told me service, sincerity, and commitment. And then after about a week long of him just rambling at me about how those weren't actually the right qualities for leadership, he came up with 3: honesty, humility, and harmony. Obviously he overthought that one because I don't even understand what harmony is as a quality for a leader, right? Communicating, organized, and personable. Our intern over the summer said that those are the 3 qualities that he thinks that a leader should have. They should be able to communicate, they should be organized, they should be personable, they should be nice, right? You gotta have some of this nice. I asked my wife, 3 qualities for leadership, and this one blew me away. Compassion, understanding, and kindness. She vibes with this guy right here. You gotta be nice, right? But one of the things that I noticed about this, the answers that I was getting from every single person, is that you need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to talk. You need to be able to clearly express what it is that's on your mind to the other people in your life, or else you're not going to get anywhere. If I stand up in front of you and I try to tell you about myself, and I tell you, I don't know, I got some guinea pigs and stuff, I really need to run away. If I'm sweating, if I'm not able to get it to you, then you're going to forget everything that I say. But if I can stand in front of you and say, my name is Jason Alton, I'm a father of 6 children. I am the vice president of public relations at the Monroe Toastmasters. I serve on Sundays at Elevate Church. You'll remember that. Versus, man, I feel like there was some sweaty nerd up there talking about something I don't really know what it was, though, right? So, when I went to Toastmasters, I didn't find, again, a room full of hungry sharks on a Wednesday night. I didn't find a bunch of people that were going to judge me. What I found was my confidence. I found my ability to try and be a better leader. My ability to try and be a better leader, not only at my job, and not only in the community, but for my family, and for my friends, and for all those people around. So if I can ask anybody here, if you would rather jump into a tank full of hungry sharks than speak in front of a group of people, even if that group of people is your family, even if that group of people is your friends, if that group of people is a bunch of people that you just met last week, I'd encourage you to talk to me afterwards, and I'd like to get you to a meeting for Toastmasters, because we can sit you down, talk to you a little bit, and start running through some of the questions with you, or start running through some of these exercises that we do. Because it's helped me tremendously in just organizing my own thoughts. I wanted nothing more in my life than to just sit at a computer, do my work, take home my paycheck, even though it seems like, that might not be forever. But what I realized is that that's not going to happen. If I wanted to get anywhere, if I wanted to grow, if I wanted to be a better person, if I wanted to develop myself as a leader, if I wanted to develop myself as an employee, as a person who is going to be representative of my company, or even just as a father, I was going to need to learn to talk to people. And I think that Monroe Toastmasters and Lazy Boy Toastmasters has helped me do that. Thank you.